Hello, everybody.
Hi, guys.
Here on the live. If you're watching ads, that's cool too. But if you are watching the playback, hello, hello, hello. We are doing the Romance Readathon sprints today. I need to get myself a coffee for my, I don't know what, afternoon. It's the weekend. I need coffee all day long. So, April, it's like 8 a.m. where you are. Patricia, what time is it where you are?
5 p.m.
Okay, so you're like in calm down mode. Kind of.
I am on a heavy day mode because today.
Oh, you had a busy day?
Yeah, I had a busy day because it's Saturday. School is starting next week, so we have to buy all the shoes, all the stuff, and she's 7, he's 10. I don't like that color. I don't like that one.
Oh God.
That's mine. Mine are 8 and 10. That's mine. Mine are 8 and 10.
I was gonna say they're similar ages, aren't they?
Yeah. Only my kids don't care about clothes. I'm just like, can you just put something on that's not dirty? Like, it's more about like the backpack or what color their lunchbox is, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I remember a backpack was like a huge deal.
When you were a kid, heck yeah, you have like all those options. You're like, which one represents me?
Yeah.
I remember doing that when I was a kid.
Yeah, but exactly. Like, which one is me? Which one? Like, if I were a backpack, would I be pink with stripes, or
am I glitter sparkles, or am I black?
But I'm in Norway, so it's going to rain like hell. It's going to snow, so there's no such thing as a huge selection because stuff needs to endure.
Yeah.
So, and
we don't have weather here. We just have hot.
Right. Yeah. I remember that when my sister lived in Wisconsin, when she was in grad school, she had like all sorts of crazy, like durable, expensive winter wear that was like, and she was like super excited about these boots one time. She's like, no, these are like the boots. And I was like, cool. They just look like really well-made boots. Like, she's like, yeah, they're like shit like that.
It's the same thing. You pay so much money, to have them with the best kind of a ski suit. That then one day comes with a hole. You're like, okay, so much money.
Yeah,
right.
But I'm from Portugal, so I'm a bit of a. I have a. I guess in Lisbon it's the kind of same weather as in California, kind of. So I understand both sides.
Yeah, it's 105 the first day of school.
Yeah, that sounds right. I remember that.
My kids
are
like
in the 90s. It's usually like 95 and like 85% humidity here.
Ugh, gross.
Ooh.
It's always extremely. It doesn't get as hot as California, but it's more like generally in August you're in the mid 90s on average every day. So just a touch, like a few degrees warmer than California. But ours obviously doesn't last as long. Like you guys, it's different in like the winter time and stuff like that. We'll get down to like the 50s, 40s. It'll snow maybe once every year or two in the winter, but in August, it's July and August, like you just don't want to be outside. It's 95 degrees, but the humidity is suffocating and there is no air. There's like no breeze. Especially where I live, there's just like no breeze. It's just the air doesn't move. You're in a stagnant zone.
We had a humid day the other day, and it was like 30% humidity.
See, like, it's not humid. But I'm about to put my fan on, so we have the air conditioning on, but the humidity, I don't know how to describe it, but it just gets in there, and sometimes it's just way too humid to handle. So I'm about to put my fan on. So I hope it doesn't get like annoyingly loud. Let me know if it does. I'm going to do it during the sprint because
you're okay.
That's what I'm going to do. Also, Maggie, hey Maggie, where's the? I don't see any like white. Where's the?
No, I didn't put it in. So if you guys are wondering what she's talking about, her and I were talking about like our hair like in the morning, and I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll jump on. I look like a mess though. And she was talking about putting baby powder in, and I was like, I should just jump on with just baby powder all over my head, but like don't rub it in and be like, "This is really good." She said
That's
this
what I
works.
use. Is I hate dry shampoo. Luckily, my hair though is fairly light, so like
So,
it doesn't take too much to get it not obvious that you have baby powder in your hair. So, but for me, it works 10,000 times better than dry shampoo.
Really? I've never
I've
tried.
done it since I was in college.
hmm.
Powder
Like,
and
like
hairspray.
stuff in my hair, so I never put anything in it.
Your hair always looks nice, April.
Yeah.
You don't want to see the back right now. It's crazy.
That's me. Like I'm just like hiding it back here. Like whatever. We're
Yeah,
friends.
it's like a mullet situation, but like, you know, it looks okay from the front, but don't look at the back. It's crazy.
Oh, that's how literally I showed Maggie a picture of what it looks like back here, and it's like a troll situation. She was nice and she said it was like a cute troll, but
A cute troll.
I
have no idea.
But the thing is, my hair is so much nicer when I go home to Chicago because it's less humid there. So like but the humid, like it just.
I just realized Patricia and I have very similar hair.
What's your haircut? Hair
It feels
sister.
good. It feels good. I like it.
I actually used to have a haircut like that, and I loved it.
I cut it so much during the summer. It it have to be, not equal. Some rebellion, still.
Yeah,
Some rebellion. I love it.
I feel like that's a very I think that's a popular haircut too, like in Europe, right? Like I remember, I think I cut my hair kind of like that when I went to France, and it was, I don't know, I feel like people are more. A lot of people have like the angular hair look. You know what I'm saying? I love it.
It's very, yeah. Here in Scandinavia, it's been quite fashionable for a while now, for some years now. Yeah.
I love it. It looks
I don't know why, because some of them even have it really, really short. So in the winter, you really have to, you put layers and layers of layers. So you don't feel the cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very typical here to find. For me, it's just, have something, not the same.
Yeah. I always want to grow my hair
out.
My
rebel mode somehow,
I get sick of it. I'm like, no, I'm gonna get it all the way down to my butt this time. I'm gonna do it. And then every time, eventually, I get like about here, which is like about to. Well, I'm not wearing a bra, so I'm not gonna show you. But like, I've had 2 kids and lost weight, so they're. But
I threw a bra on just for this, Hannah. Come on. I didn't have to do that. Gosh dang it.
No. As long as you just keep that camera on,
Keep it comfortable, babe.
Girl, I don't wear a bra. Sometimes I film either. I hate it. I told David, I was like, if I lose, because I've lost 22 pounds this year. And I said, if I lose, so I'm trying to lose 70 pounds. And I was like, if I do, I'm getting a boob job though. He said, okay, as long as you don't go overboard, like no Dolly Parton.
Damn it.
Kids, they're just
double D's.
You need something.
There are double D's.
No double D's.
But they're just really low.
But that's a great goal to have.
Double D's with no meat. Thanks. We'll see what happens. Good morning, afternoon. Hello, Kim.
I love that we're starting this reading sprint talking about not wearing bras and boob jobs.
That's how it should be, I think.
Love, guys.
Hello. Okay. Yeah, I'm East Coast too. I know Maggie's East Coast.
What's up?
Yeah. Hello, Vita.
I'm
Vita.
living for these chirpy birds, by the way. I'm living for it.
Yeah, I don't even like pause it for. I'm just like.
Background noise.
It's all about the shoes in middle school. Yes, shoes
yep.
too. Hello. Dude,
Dude,
Mom here.
what's up?
Hello. Oh yeah, 100%. It's freaking awful. I hate it.
I'm going
I
to
cannot
Disney
wait.
World the first week of September, and I have a feeling the humidity is going to be rough.
All right, so you're going to the Florida one, right? Not the California one?
Yeah, Florida one. Mm-hmm.
I always get the two mixed up, but I've never been to either.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I worked there. Well, I worked at the Cali one. So like I grew up there as a Southern Californian. It's weird because like you don't really have real parks, like green parks. When you say you're going to the park, it means you're going to Disneyland. It's a really weird cultural thing in Southern California.
Wow. Yeah, I grew up next to Six Flags. Like literally I could walk to Six Flags. Great America is where I grew up. So if you guys wanted to know, a small town called Gurnee, not really a small town, but a suburb. And we always got the summer passes to Six Flags.
Nice.
And that was the place to meet up, like with your love interests, you know, like groups at Six Flags, because everyone always had the season passes because it really wasn't that much. It was like the price of like 1.5
tickets.
Like going 1.5 times, basically. The trick was to find someone that had a parking pass once you were 16. That was the trick.
And see, me up here, you just hung out in like almond orchards and drank.
That's awesome. That is amazing.
Yeah, I could see like the ambiance though, almond orchards and drinking. Heck yeah, man.
Yep. I feel like parts of California are so like European.
Patricia, what'd you do as a teen? Like when you met up, like would you meet at certain places? Would teens typically like go to a certain hangout?
Well, we had the beach.
Okay.
So we had the beach close to us. And we had the center of the town close to us.
Okay.
I don't know if you know Lisbon in any way, but you know the statue of the Christ in Rio de Janeiro. Yeah. So we have like a smaller version of it, and in that town where the thing is, it's where we all mostly gather around. When I was younger.
Okay.
So it's like downtown on a castle, on an actual medieval castle kind of thing. And
or you beat us.
We used to have picnics by the medieval castle when I studied abroad in France. I lived in Angers, and there was there's a medieval castle there, and like we would have picnics there all the time. It's a very popular thing to do.
Oh wow, I would do that.
Yeah.
And when I was older, going to uni, to university, to college, then I would go to the castle in Lisbon, which is a much bigger, you know, a proper castle with the gates, with the you know, all of that, and we'll just be there reading, you know, be in the ambiance. that was nice. But you know, it's warm there, so it's either going out to the pubs, kind of clubs, or the beach during the day. So.
Nice.
Very cool. Yeah. I didn't pause it. Sorry.
That's Hannah.
Right. Face screen smiling.
I think that's supposed to be the emoji. I think.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Grew up in California.
Hey!
Worked in downtown Disney.
Nice. I was a Jungle Cruise skipper, Tara. When did you wait? What years were you there? Let me know what years you were there.
My ex-sister-in-law worked at Disney, but I believe she worked at I think it was the Florida one.
Okay.
It was like their internship
program. Yeah.
Yeah.
Their college program. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you guys say what are you guys reading? What's everyone reading? Sorry.
To Bleed a Crystal Bloom.
Raw sizes. Let's cover the books.
I'm reading To Bleed a Crystal Bloom. For anybody in the chat who wasn't on last night, Hannah's got her book club going on, and we're reading to Bleed a Crystal Bloom. It's also over on our Discord, The Hideaway, where we're chatting about it, because not all of us are finished like me. But it's really good so far. So
how far did you get? Did you read more of it last night?
I didn't. I worked on the papers last night, and I'm actually probably going to be doing.
I read more chapters, I believe.
But
so I'm on chapter 7.
How has it been since chapter 4? Still good? Backstory?
I just kept being like, I'm going to put it down. Like I wasn't even going to, and I read, like I said, well, maybe it was 3 more chapters. And then I started chapter 7 and I was like, no, I really, really need to get in bed. So yeah, it was really good.
I'm excited about it.
I'm liking it a lot. But I still might, because I started this book and I was liking it, but I just kind of, like I said, I'm slumpy, so I just didn't.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the Maiden Lane novel, right?
This is the first one, yeah. And I was liking it. It's just, I'm kind of in a weird mood right now. So I don't know. But I also kind of need to finish Temptation. So, but it's really annoying me. And I think I just don't like I'm sorry. I just don't like the direction it's going in. And I think it's like the baby thing and all that. Like, I'm just like,
you'll like the last hour. Right, April?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Read To Bleed a Crystal Bloom, Hannah. Yeah.
I'm not like first. Huh?
Oh, I was gonna say I'm not reading To Bleed a Crystal Bloom.
No?
I started it with y'all. I think I've only read the prologue in the first chapter.
Yeah.
And I liked it. But I was already reading this historical. It's called One Season with the Duke, and it's by Addie Dulac. And she's a BIPOC debut author for historical romance.
Yes.
So I read till like 11:30 last night, and I'm at like 20%. It's a slow one. It is a slow one, but I am enjoying it so far. So
I've heard mixed things about that one. I think that I saw I've seen some good reviews. And because what's it called? I think I actually shared that picture on the Romance Readathon Rex page.
It's a gorgeous cover. Absolute gorgeous purple cover.
Shoot, what's the name of it? I can't find it again.
One Season with the Duke. And it's a blackmail trope. And a Scottish hero. So it's friends to lovers, which I don't normally like. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I love her hair.
But I thought it was cool that it was her debut novel and it's historical romance. I mean, you just don't get that, So
I got really excited about it, and then I saw B's review, which was 1 star, and I was like, "Oh
no!" B gave it a 1. Oh man!
Jen gave it 3 stars, and a 3-star from Jen is like a 1 star. So
yeah, it's very slow so far, and I'm just trying to understand what's going on because a lot of the plot, it's a blackmail story, but I'm only 18% in and she's already running away, and telling the truth and all that kind of stuff. So it's where is this going? So I'm just curious about it.
Yeah. And the cover and the synopsis were amazing. So I'm hoping it's just one of those things where, everyone has different taste. But I love the colors on the cover too, like the gold and the purple. So I hope you love it so that I'm
yeah,
fully oh, maybe I shouldn't try it.
All right, Patricia, what are you reading?
So, first, to Bleed a Crystal Bloom, that's really one of my favorite series.
Yeah.
So, I am so nervous. You guys don't understand. And
why are you nervous?
Because if you don't like it, I'm gonna, you're gonna say things, he did that. I was like, no, but he did that because he was, I'm emotionally connected to those characters.
I was so intrigued by how it just drops you in there in the prologue, and you're like, what the hell is going on? I love that stuff. I know a lot of people don't like it because it raises too many questions, but for me, I'm just sink or swim, man.
Yeah.
With fantasy, especially, I prefer that over info dumping. Like sometimes a little bit of info dumping is necessary depending on the situation, and that's totally fine. But I much prefer this style to like from Blood and Ash, where it's just like info dumping instead of like letting the plot and the conversations happen.
Yeah. So this is a slow thing. So we grow with her. So we are with her, and you know, for the good and the bad, it's kind of a really character development journey.
I
that
love
we go.
character driven.
And I saw that you loved Raven Kennedy, you know, the Guild series or Gold series or whatever that thing is. And I love it as well. And it has that kind of
it's giving me those vibes, except for a little bit clear.
It must go with her. So romance must start with her somehow. So that's really what I like, because you really get the you know, the, I was going to say payback, but you really get when the romance starts, when you feel that she's ready and the romance starts, you're like, oh yes, no, this is getting me on the field.
Yeah, like it's like it's worth the wait.
So yeah, and I think it's dark, and I think it's toxic and all of that. So April, I think you're going to love it, since we sometimes have the same, you know, kind of piratey dark. So I think it's really one of the few dark romances, fantasy romances, that I've read and enjoy, because it takes you there slowly.
Right.
So you know, be kind to me if you don't like it.
Be gentle in our monthly wrap-ups.
What I'm reading is I'm reading an arc by an author that is writing a fantasy romance that I love, which is between Wrath and Mercy.
Oh, I want to read that.
Jess Weisskopf, and she's releasing now Paranormal Feathers from the Sky, and I don't know if you can see her.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
And
is this in the same, this is not in the same world, right?
This is paranormal. So this is urban. The other one was high fantasy.
Yeah.
So the other one was a mother that had a 16-year-old child, daughter, and she agreed to let her husband take her to the town, but she really wanted to protect her daughter for reasons, and her daughter is taken away, and it all starts from there. And it's a kind of second chance, enemies to lovers romance, and it's all the mature characters and all of that. So it's really refreshing.
Yeah, I heard the third book's not out yet, I don't think. But I have the audiobook for that. I just keep not reading it because it's like 28 hours long.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I didn't have those times of, oh, this is getting boring. I think she nailed it. You know, it's a debut novel, my English, but it was amazing. It was amazing. So when she come up with you want to have the arc, I'm like, I should be reading stories, but yes, I do. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Cool. I'm excited to hear your thoughts on it. Okay, Kim's reading To Bleed a Crystal Bloom on chapter 6. Awesome. I'm about to start chapter 7, so I'm about the same spot. Oh, chapter 20. Wow. It's not
Look
going
away,
as well
Patricia.
anymore. I'm staying optimistic.
Look away.
Oh, yeah, Vita. Tell me why. We can discuss. I can explain.
I also want to start Rabid by Ivy Asher. I've never heard of that. I'm either going to be going with Dangerous Alliance or start Get Thee Off My Lawn.
Get thee off my lawn. Get thee off my lawn. Get thee off my lawn. I love that book so much. Her name is April. Her name is April.
I need to get to this. I need to get, that's Tori's book club picks here. Awesome. Vita really liked it. I know a lot of people have been enjoying that book. Hope everyone's doing well. I think we're all doing reasonably well.
Reasonably.
Now that we've chatted for 25 minutes, I'm definitely awake now. I even finished my chai. Like, it's gone.
Nice.
Marrying Winterborn. That's that man. Oof.
I've not
One of my
that.
faves.
I haven't read Winterborn.
Hmm?
I haven't read Winterborn.
You haven't read My Self-Made Man?
Okay, I'm gonna have to read them. I'm gonna have to meet your dude.
How dare you?
Oh, Kristen's reading Fear the Flames too. Awesome. I want to read that. I'm excited it's on KU now. Haven't read a dragon book as good as that one in a while. Need to read Fourth Wing. Yes, you do. Fourth Wing's fun. Okay, guys, we need to sprint.
Let's do this.
So let's go ahead and sprint, and we will be back in 30 minutes.
Cool.
Sorry, I had to turn my fan off, and I'm wearing like a house dress, so I'll stand up and bend over the other way. Cause...
You don't want to give us a go, Hannah?
No. Okay, Maggie, I'm not mad anymore. I'm gonna cry.
Oh, you had Temptation.
Like, twice already. Okay.
Okay, tell me which part. Where are you at? Because we already finished, so it's okay. We
Yeah.
Well, it like he was just like changed his mind basically. So
So that's what you were hung up about.
yeah. Well, that and the like not acknowledging and like the not like I like that like the intimate times they're having together involve like her being in the state that she's in. I'm trying not to spoil anyone. So like I don't know if there was like a personal issue. Like, it was personal issues I think I had with like the direction and how things were going.
Yeah.
So like I'm happy again.
Yay! Good.
So I'm still mad at him though. But like I'm
trust me. You'll love him later.
but I'm happy. And I just made sorry, hold on one second. I hope my mom's not watching this, but I made this. It's like a belly band.
Ooh.
It's like so I put the lace on there and did that, and then I got this like envelope. I'm gonna put in there.
Oh, she's gonna love that.
And I did this too. This is like a bunch of fabric or a bunch of like snippets and stuff that I put
How many pages are you gonna make it?
This is 3 signatures, and each one is 12 pages. On average, 11. Well, I'll say 11 pages. Some of them are shorter. So 11 times 4 times
44
3 times 3.
Oh, 11 times 4 or times 3?
Now 44 times 3. 132. I don't know. It's about 100.
I have a calculator. That's what
that's what calculators are for.
It's this big.
Yeah,
and I'm adding stuff to it still, but this is the spine that's going to be hidden. So
it's so flippin' cute, Hannah.
My Romance Readathon one has kind of like gone by the wayside because I'm like I haven't read anything for it.
Ew.
But it's really cute though. But I have to wait to like finish reading something before I have a couple things I can add to it. But then my printer, I want to print off all of your things, and my printer just ran out of ink. So I have to like get more printer ink so I can print off like I want to print off the rest of like all the every week's like the society and stuff.
Oh yeah. Those are up, by the way.
The recent ones, but and like I've got printed off like a picture of my mask. Hopefully I'm not about to flash you guys. I'm wearing black if you guys want.
You're good, Hannah.
So I printed off some stuff, like the dinosaurs, because of this book.
Oh,
but I got
okay. I was going to be on like what?
Points.
What's the dinosaur?
The masquerade.
The invitation.
Yeah, and then I got my mask lady that I did.
Very nice.
But anyway, how did you guys do?
I didn't read. I just worked on tallying up points for this week. So still working on that. But
you should ask Maggie because she has it so that it can be like automatic. Not Maggie.
I got mine, Maggie.
Tori did something with Once Upon a Readathon ones where it did it itself.
Oh yeah, well no, this is because I need to average everything out, and then I have like multiple sheets from like the challenges and then the like just regular book submitting.
Yeah,
it's not hard; it's easy, but it's just
me.
Gotta put it in.
Oh, sorry. That was just apparently it thinks that we only talk for 5 minutes and.
I just finished the wedding night scene.
Oh, was it good?
It was nice.
It was sweet. Is that what you're getting at?
It seems like they're both kind of virgins. So Yeah.
I live for a male virgin. I don't know why, but every time that pops up, I'm like, I love you.
I don't know that he's exactly a virgin because he said that he doesn't have as much as experience as he should, but he did all right.
Well, I
Oh,
think a lot of men back then, especially in society, would see prostitutes and stuff, at least from what I know of TV shows and books. Like, I don't know if that's actually true.
yeah.
Yeah, he was basically whisked away to his family, like castle in Scotland, or when he was 18. So he's been like with them the whole time. So he hasn't been out in society or anything like that.
Okay. No maids in the hallways.
That's I'm maybe like a rushed maid in the hallway.
I was gonna ask that.
That's what I'm thinking anyway.
Patricia, how was your reading?
So it started a bit. They were going to this wedding, and it's all good. And basically, it started with a punch in the gut. You know, when those authors give you, they want you to feel immediately, so they just punch you in the gut. And this is what she's been through, and now she's going through this, life of alcohol and sex, and she just had a night with a girl, and she didn't want to explain her family why, and there's something
So it's
about the
sapphic?
ex. Hmm?
It's sapphic?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. No, because he just came along. So
Oh, it was like a threesome?
no, she's just, she's suffering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Trying to find comfort wherever she can in whatever
Right.
she
Yeah.
can.
Yeah. So her sister even says, I don't know if I can say because this is an arc, but her sister is like, it's hard to trust that you're healing when, you take comfort in, you do coping with sex and alcohol, and it's hard to have faith that you're coping with it.
Yeah. Are you
So,
healing if you're using things that destroy you, kind of thing?
Yeah.
yeah. And so the author wants us to be on the side of the heroine, quite much. Just to tell you that. So I was reading, I was like, okay. Poor thing, at least she had a good night. I mean, at least she had a good
Yeah.
Temporary healing.
Yeah. No, I think this author is amazing. I mean, this is the second series she puts out, and you don't see it through her writing. So you don't see this as a very, 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 very easy way of, reading. You have to work. So you start her book and you have to adjust. You have to work. It's not super easy. But it's not fluffy. It's not too much descriptive. It's just she knows how to write. That's how I can describe her.
I feel what you're saying. I know exactly what you're
Mm.
saying. She stimulates your mind. It's not just like an easy read. You just sit on the couch and just
Exactly.
enjoy and read through really quick. It's more
Exactly.
like you're gonna.
And
see.
although it's urban,
Mhm.
so you would think that okay, it's easier because you know what a toilet is. You know what you know all that. But she's not making your life that easy, which I appreciate because coming from fantasy, I don't like it too easy, too contemporary, too romance.
I don't like urban fantasy that much.
So I'm really liking what she's doing here. It's not she's making it hard for us to understand what's happening, and it is a paranormal with vampires. So where are the vampires? Who's a
Yeah,
vampire?
don't hold out on the vampires, man. Give it
I saw an Instagram reel the other day where like the girl was talking about how the White House admitted that there's aliens or whatever. And she's like, everyone's very bored with that. But I wouldn't be upset if like you told us vampires were real. I related to that so much. I'm like, yeah, where's the vampires?
It wasn't really like aliens, though. They just said there's non-human biologics.
Yeah, but I think everyone's taking that like on social media, just being like, aliens.
Yeah, I know. It could be like a plant from another planet. You never know what it is.
An amoeba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Wow.
I really like it, and I really recommend her other series. The
series.
Between Wrath and Mercy. Really do. It's really good.
I haven't read that yet. I need to.
Apparently, I was
all books that I need to read.
Maggie, were you talking in the chat?
Yeah. I forgot.
I forget too. It's cool. So I'm just gonna start right here. Still reading Temptation. Awesome. Me too. And I said I was gonna read the other one, but I was like, that's the one that I'm the closest to ending. So I was like, maybe I should finish a book.
I'm so excited. I love that book so much.
I need to try that.
It's a novella. It's short.
Ooh.
And you get to meet Gerald, the swan.
Ooh, apparently Crystal Bloom takes a turn after, I'm assuming this is after chapter 20, because I think that's where she said she was.
Yeah.
Nice. Now you're ahead of me. It's going well, actually. Well, I mean, I did I'm not gonna say how much I spent, but I did buy about 2 boxes of books when I was in New York, but that was for a trip that I was like, it was included in the exceptions. And I even went to the thrift store yesterday and I saw a historical romance that I was interested in, and I did not buy it.
You go, girl.
I think it's going well. Chapter 37.
Ooh, close.
Getting close.
I know what chapter I'm on. This is chapter 19, and I don't know if that's right because sometimes with audiobooks.
I think she has the audio too.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Yes, chapter 19 on the Kindle too. I had to wait for it to update itself, so. Oh. Thank you. It's fun. I hope she likes
I read a book yesterday that maybe I just wanted to talk about it today. I just read a male author historical romance. Dark Victorian Gothic historical romance.
Male, female, or was it
male, female? Yeah.
Wow.
And it was the most beautiful thing I've read in a long time. And I was so surprised because it's, I guess this readathon for me, it's all about, okay, I need to broaden my horizons. I need to read many different authors, and one of the things was I need to read some male authors because I've been putting them completely aside. And I was just blown away by this book. It's called Flowers for the Devil by Vlad Kahani. And it basically starts with a murder. She's kind of the town. She's Russian. So she's from the Russian town, but she's in London. And he's like... yes.
I know that cover.
He kills abusers.
Okay.
That's how it starts. So in the dark alley, he kills someone, or she thinks he kills someone that was about to abuse her, attack her,
Yeah.
and she's like, okay, so I might be dead, or I might lose my my pride, my
Oh my god.
but he didn't need to die. So it was just one of the most beautiful things I ever read.
It's on KU.
Yeah,
Hannah.
the audio. Try the audiobook. It was so good. I'm blown away.
Bought, and I'm only supposed to use my Audible for like when I get the my monthly credit, and I had already used that on Temptation. So yesterday I spent $7 on Depleted Crystal Bloom, but I think it counts as an exception too because it's for my book club.
Yeah, it totally does.
But I don't think I can buy the audiobook for this one unless. But I do. Is it? I want to. Let me see.
I'm gonna look it up and see if it's on Scribd.
I remember someone.
I also have
I don't remember if it was you on Discord who posted the picture of that book. Someone posted it.
I posted everywhere I could find. I just went and post. They copy pasted the cover because it was just so beautiful. You don't expect a male author to go to make a romance that really makes you cry. You don't expect that emotion. You just don't expect. Okay. So, with all my experience, so I'm not a young girl. So when being at school and reading all the classics, coming from the Portuguese classics, there's a lot of romance. There's a lot of male authors, and there's not a very healthy depiction of women, right? So I stayed away from that. But in this case, she's a scholar, so she's a blue stocking. She's like a nurse. She does papers, of course, signed by another doctor, a male doctor, so that it is accepted in society.
Yeah.
And she's confronted with this man that the people love because he publicly kills the ones that are abusing them. And he starts with a flower girl story where he wants to sit down with her, try to understand why she was so sad. Why did she look like she was at war, or she been at war like him, because he was a war veteran. And and he started from there, and he didn't accept her story, so he was her hero. It was so freaking beautiful.
I'll have to check that out because I'm similar where like when I see male authors, every time that I've tried really a male author, the romance doesn't feel genuine, or just the way that it's written. It's especially intimate scenes. It feels like it's awkward, just the way that they have like the movements and the words that they're using. It's not as immersive, I guess.
Especially
so to find a good male author.
Yeah, especially straight male authors.
Yes, particularly straight male.
Yeah. I don't. The only thing that the thing that I like the most actually is because sometimes I like to see what's inside his brain, right? So from his perspective, and we do have this with her. It's like third person, but it's her. She's talking. She's expressing herself. So you see it, but for him, he is talking in first person because he's confessing to a priest, but not but in a friendship way. He's not a believer, right? Because but he's there because the priest is a friend, and he's having a very honest conversation with him, and it was just so freaking beautiful. I'm in awe with
I actually did have that book in one of my lists on Kindle. I remember like somebody mentioning it a long time ago, and I can't remember who, but I had forgotten about it until you had mentioned it, Patricia. Like, oh my god, that one, that's right.
So Actually, it starts with To Bleed the Crystal Bloom, because there's an Instagrammer that I follow that loves that book as much as me. So it's like, we love. And she recommended this so much. And okay, I reserved it. Okay, I will try. I will put, all my thoughts away, and I will read this book. And this readathon just came on the right time. And as soon as I heard the audio, okay, I need.
I was just looking for it in all the places and I couldn't find it.
Yeah,
so
I checked any
it's
player
Audible.
in script.
Yeah, no, because it has sound when it starts to speak. There's sound coming, so there's music. So I guess it's in a more expensive audio, so you wouldn't find it in any play on the others. Because I tried as well. I have, I'm not an Audible person. I go with any play.
The cover almost reminds me of Jack the Ripper type thing.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
When I first saw it. Mm-hmm.
And it's snowing, right? So it's a wintry book.
It is snowing, so it's a wintry book, and and the times where it snows on the book, it was so nice. It was so pretty, and it's dark.
I'm gonna read that this winter. I will.
So I'm just, and what's happening in Europe as well, right? So we are in this, nothing is happening, but we are scared as hell. And, because she's Russian, and we don't dwell on this too much, it's just a few sentences and such, but she touches the difference between power and people, fear, and living your life, your normal, all of that. She touches in, South African culture in a bit, how that got into,
Oh, wow.
in London. So it's so refreshing to see all this, cultures dropping, and even talking about some current events and some things that hurt, but in such a beautiful way. So it's really nice. Yeah, I needed to vent. I needed to talk about it.
This is the place to do it. So you're good. That sounds awesome. I need to read that.
I'm gonna be right back, guys.
Good morning, Kristen. Yeah, I almost cried. I turned my camera off, but I'm also not. I'm not where you're at the end. I'm like halfway through. The title was Flowers for the Devil.
I'll write it down.
Share it again in either the Romance Readathon Discord or the Hideaway Discord. I guess the Romance Readathon Discord, because this is Romance Readathon Sprints. So
I think I did.
Sometimes I get the two confused because they're.
You could do both. It's okay.
Yeah, whatever.
I did both. I went for the historical romance recommendations on the Discord, and then I went to the Readathon Discord and just shouted. I needed.
Awesome. Okay, so we're gonna start another sprint, and let me do this. Let's see. I will see you guys back here in 30 minutes. Maybe, if I can get this to work.
The Tweety birds go away when you mute.
Do they?
Yeah.
Let me see if
I didn't hear them when I was reading.
Really? Okay, let me see if I can fix that. I'm sure there's a setting. What am I doing?
I don't know.
Why is this doing this? What is going on?
Is it just not going to 30?
My brain hurts. I don't know what's wrong with my brain.
Do you want me to add my timer on there?
There we go.
There you go.
And then when we go for the break, I'll go ahead and try to figure out how to make it so you guys can hear it even if I'm muted.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't figure it out. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried. I messed with, and then so I was worried if you guys couldn't hear me because I messed with all of my audio settings on here too. Do I sound the same?
Yeah.
Okay. I messed with all my settings. Couldn't figure it out. If you guys
Anyway,
ever figure
the
out,
birdies wouldn't fit with this. I'm hearing myself.
Yeah.
you hear, does someone have an echo?
Is it me? No.
Let me double check it.
Yeah.
Was it? Did I?
Wait, do I have an echo too? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't hear echoes.
I'm gonna try and stop my mic and see what happens.
Do you guys hear echoes still?
Hello? Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you guys hearing echoes still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Let me close the room. Are you guys still hearing echoes?
You don't echo.
Huh?
Yeah, you're the only one that doesn't echo.
Now?
Okay.
Let me
Test.
Yay!
Hey.
It was my settings.
Hmm.
I had unclipped the echo cancellation when I was messing with all of the audio settings, trying to get it to share.
Oh.
No, I was saying that the birdies wouldn't fit with my reading because he just appeared in a motorcycle and he's tall and beefy. So birdies wouldn't fit with the setting.
You don't want the little no. I don't really have an update. I'm just, math stuff.
I was reading the society papers. That's the only thing I read.
Oh, okay.
I loved it. I love the way the story's going.
Good. I'm glad. It's funny because I'll be over here and I'm writing it and whatever and reading it and I'm like panicking. Like, does this make sense? Is this cool? Is this lame? Overthinking everything like a dork. But
I love how my girl got thrown over the shoulder. I love that move.
Right? I know. I think all of us do. We're like, yeah, just throw me around like a rag doll, man. Your girl got 2 guys this week, I believe.
Did she?
Didn't she get thrown over the shoulder and then she got saved?
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
By Gabriel Santos.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I got texted. I might be going somewhere, so I was like, I'm gonna put my face on.
Oh no, you're good. I looked over at one point and you're like spraying your face, and I'm like, is that like setting stuff, or is this just like a little spritzer for refreshment?
It's both. It's like a primer spray and a setting spray. It's like by NYX. I don't know that it does anything, but it feels nice.
Yeah.
I'm not even wearing makeup because I'm lazy.
Same.
Usually I'm working outside. In fact, I haven't even gone to the garden yet, but I don't feel like that today.
Yeah. I have days where I will wear stuff, and then other days where I'm just like, dude, I don't have the time. I don't want to. And then I get upset at myself because I'm like, I should have put stuff on if I want to look nice in photos.
I don't ever put makeup on for work, ever.
Yeah. When I do, it was so funny. I'm a nanny. So I'm basically an accountant in the morning, and then I'm a nanny in the evening for my boss. And his little boy, he's 7. There was one time I put makeup on, literally mascara, but I have hazel eyes and my eyes kind of change color. So his little boy was like, take your eyes off. They're so scary.
Oh my gosh. I have hazel eyes too, so I get it.
Yeah. It's funny. I get that all the time where sometimes people will start off being like, your eyes are pretty, but it always ends up going into, you actually have really creepy eyes. And then I'm like, thanks. That's
Mine are like really yellow sometimes. Like it's really
Yeah.
strange. Yeah.
What color do you have? Like green, brown, yellow?
Yeah, like basically. Yeah.
Same.
My husband's eyes are light hazel, so they kind of look very seafoamy, but with some amber. And my eyes are dark, like charcoal gray, and so they change colors, and they'll actually go like from green to blue to gray, and like all of the shades in between. And my son's eyes are dark, like evergreen gray, like a charcoal gray, like an evergreen tree, like a dark pine tree.
Yeah.
And my other son's eyes are dark hazel, so they're very like an ambery greenish brown, but like on a dark side. So none of us have the same color eyes, because if someone with charcoal gray eyes like gets with someone with light hazel eyes, like you're just gonna end up with like spectrums in between of that, like. So none of us have the same color, but all of our eyes change colors in different ways.
That's awesome.
David's
My
really
siblings are like that.
go like a really pretty sage green sometimes.
Yeah, my husband's eyes are green, and I think both my kids have blue eyes. So
Ooh, got the
I don't
recession
know.
gene in there.
do they? I know Oliver does. Audrey does.
How would a mother?
Your husband comes in like, no.
My husband's giving me shit right now. Like, you should know. I'm like, I don't freaking look him in the eyes. Come on.
Oh my God, April, you're a romance reader. You know all the details.
No, I'm the same. I'm like, is it blue or green? Shout and ask. No, for me, my boss once told me, when you're mad, your eyes go black. That's the only thing I know.
Oh my gosh, you're part demon, Patricia.
It's like when you're yeah, we stay back when you're hungry because it just goes black. All right,
my God.
that's nice to
love
know. That's good. You know, I'm a petite girl, and being in Norway, they all,
Yeah.
gigantic. And now I know why some of them, respect.
Don't mess with you.
I know. I'm a giant. I'm 5'11", and my great grandfather is Swedish, so we're very Swedish on that side of the family.
Oh man.
My
All
mom
giants.
is really tall too. She's 5'10", 5'9" and a half, 5'10".
Yeah, my 10-year-old is up to here already on me, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
You're what?
My 10-year-old is like, yeah, she's like shoulder. Yeah, I know. She's very tall. My son takes after my husband's side of the family. He's more average, but.
Yeah. I'm 5'5", so I think your 10-year-old's like my height.
Oh, yeah, she'd probably almost be.
Whoa!
Well, here's the
definitely
thing. My
5 foot.
family thought I was going to be really tall because most of the people in our family are very tall. But me and my sister were both 5'6" by the time that we were about 11 years old. And they were like, oh my gosh, you guys are going to be so tall. We never grew again after that. So we're both still 5'6". I was at my full height, like very early. So it'll be interesting to see and find out because both my parents, my mom she's like, why did I make such short children? But like, it's because we have one grandma who's like 5 foot or something like that. And then both of our grandparents are like 6'3", our grandpas. And then my grandma is like 5'9" or 5'8". And then her dad is crazy tall, but her mom is pretty short too. So there's a great grandma in there and a grandma in there that are really short, and everyone else is really tall.
My great grandma was the only short person. Like, she was 5'2", and we called her little grandma. We didn't call her great grandma. We called her little grandma. But that's what she wanted to be called.
Okay, well, as long as it's that.
That's how David's family is too. Like, everyone in that family is like 6'4". Like, he's one of the shortest in his family, and he's 5'11" now, but he used to be 6'1". But jumping out of planes. So he dropped a few inches, but all the people in his family are super tall, and but his mom is like maybe 5'2" or something like that. But on her family, all of the men are super tall too, and then on his dad's side, like they're all tall. So
my husband made a comment one time that because he's from New England and I'm from Cali, and in California, guys are just like all very tall. Like it seems weird. Like California just grows them tall. And then in New England, a lot of the guys I feel like are very, very short, including my husband. My husband made that comment when he moved to Cali. He's like, why are all the guys like towering freaking giants? Like, I don't feel like a man anymore. I was like, what? Yeah, my husband.
See, it's funny because in Southern California, I always see like actors are very short.
Oh, acting? Yeah, that's a good point.
They're always very short. So I'm always like, oh, why is there so many short people in LA?
I never thought about that. That's very true.
So many actors that you think are, it's interesting when people are in film, you wouldn't know because you think that they're super tall, like Tom Cruise, right? Like super short. But like he plays this like big macho guy, and the way they film him is they always like have the angle to make him look taller than the girl when in reality he's not. And then the other way around too. So it's kind of interesting. Like there's some actors that I'm shocked to find out they're super tall. I'm like, I had no idea. I don't know. I'm average, I feel like. I always thought I was really tall because we got our height really early. So in high school, like I was taller than all the boys, but slowly they started to grow up around me.
Yeah. Kim's asking, what palette are you using, April?
Oh, I'm not even really. Oh, you know what? I only use this for the mirror. But this is a Morphe palette, and it's like a rose colored one. I don't know what it's called. But I actually don't like any of the colors in it. Like they're all pinky, and I'm not a pink person. I thought it was going to be more purpley. So, but it's the only thing I have that has a mirror, so I just use the mirror.
Gotcha. Did you get that as like a gift, or did you buy that?
No, I bought it.
Online? Like, why did you think it was purple?
Yeah, I just bought it from Target, and I'm terrible at returning things.
Me too.
My eyeshadow palettes, I have a lot of these ColourPop ones. So like I have the nude one, the like quartz one, and then the taupe one. And then this is the one I actually wanted, which is the mauve one. Because the purples look good with hazel eyes. Yeah. So
see, for me, it's a lot of blushes, like blush pinks and like pale rose pinks and like a little bit peachy-ish rose. Like those are the colors that look good on my skin because I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna wear any today. I'm just gonna throw some mascara on. So
yeah.
I wish purple would look. I guess it would look okay, but I always want to wear all the fun different eyeshadows and like all the different colors, like some people do, and they look awesome. And like whenever I do that, I look awful.
I feel like I'm too old for that shit.
Even when I was younger, I tried it, and like if I wore anything too dark, it just kind of drowned me out and looked like.
Yeah, I have small eyes, like just smaller eyes, so I just stay with neutrals, honestly. And because my glasses make my eyes look even smaller, I just like forget it. It doesn't matter what I put on there; you just can't see it anyways.
Yeah, I have olive skin. I don't know what to do with it, so
yeah.
So
that's how I am. I'm just like, I don't know what to do.
I feel like olive skin, you can wear the most makeup. Like that's when you can go dark. Like you can wear like dark browns and some darker like greens, and you know what I'm saying, without it kind of like looking like it's just laying on your face like it does on mine.
I always been a tom girl, so tomboy. I mean, a tomboy. So now I'm older. I pick up blush, I pick up nail polish, I picked up all that because when she was born at 2 years old, she wanted the blush, she wanted the the nail polish,
Aw.
all the stuff, and I'm like, okay, I need to understand this crap. I need to understand how to do this. So
Aw.
up my game and start to put, because I always been a eyeliner or mascara, and that's that's my limit. I was going, but I had to understand because she's a pink girl, and I needed to understand
The
how
girly
they
girl
go.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do not have a girly girl. She's not interested in anything. I can barely get her to brush her hair.
At 2 years old, going to kindergarten, I need to paint my nails. Like,
Oh, you
can I
got
paint your nails? Is it safe?
Wow.
No idea.
Yeah, I didn't wear makeup for like the last 10 years. Like ever since I had my kids, I was like, that's too much work. You know what I mean? And then I just started to like wear makeup again because it's fun. Like I'm actually having fun with it. So
Yeah, I need to go probably braver with the tones, check the blues and the and the
I'm a
other
neutrals
shades.
girl, so I vote neutrals.
I just, yeah. If I see it too much on my face, I go,
Yeah.
okay,
Yes,
I'll tone it down.
I don't like seeing too much or feeling too much. It has to be like light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the story of my life. Never been fake, but she won't have it, and I need to be a mom that, supports. So if she wants to be Barbie, she will be Barbie, and I'll be there checking YouTube on how to.
That's awesome. Vita's halfway through to bleed a crystal bloom. Fun things happening. So it sounds like it's like looking up, which is great. I think, did you already answer this? You did.
Yeah.
42, chapter 42 in Temptation. That's almost the end, right?
Almost.
Green, mine are green, brown, and blue. Your eyes?
Yeah.
So it must be like, wait, what?
Her eyes, the color of her eyes. She has hazel eyes. She has green, brown,
Yeah.
and hazel eyes.
I've never seen hazel eyes that have blue in them.
Oh, heck yeah. My sister and my brother are like that. They have brown.
Really?
My sister's like light crystal blue with brown and gold. And then my brother's like light seafoam green with blue and gray flecks.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, so I guess technically David does have blue in his, like, well, it looks like the ocean. He's got light hazel eyes, so those are the ones that are more of like the oceany hazel.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what David's are. So I guess okay. So yours are kind of like my husband's then. Started the wedding party. Oh, good. I hope you like it. 5-2.
Vita, you're asking for it. Or I'm sorry, little Vita. You're asking
People
for
are
it.
tiny in LA, so
I'm 40.
How'd you know that?
I'm 34.
I'm 31.
You what, Patricia?
I'm 40-ish.
Okay.
At some point in time, you stop.
That's the point where you stop counting. 40-ish.
That's still young.
Okay, Kim, I'm with you.
Okay. That's still young. And the thing is too, like I was kind of worried because for a while, a lot of the booktube channels that I watched and talked to were a lot younger. And I was like, is this going to be a thing where I can do it much? Like, am I too old? But honestly,
for this? Yeah.
The more friends I meet and the like channels I find, there's a lot of people that like are all ages on booktube. So, which makes me happy. So, okay, do you guys want to do one more sprint? You guys don't have to, but I'm probably going to.
I'm gonna head out because somebody's wanting me to go somewhere with them.
Is it the hubby?
No, it's my sister.
Oh, okay.
In fact, my husband is just like, "Oh, you're ditching me again."
Aww.
It's all right. It's Saturday. That's what Saturdays are for.
Yeah. Ditching your husband.
My husband's just watching the kids, so I'm like, I'll stay in
Oh,
here.
you know what?
Hannah, take advantage.
Right.
My
Sorry,
husband.
Gabe, I had a live show.
All right, I'm gonna head out. So bye,
Toodles.
ladies.
Bye. I'm actually going to head out to finish some stuff up, but I'll be over on the Discord and all that jazz all day.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So peace, homies. You guys have a good one.
Bye. Patricia, are you sticking around or are you headed out too?
I can. He's giving me substance.
Okay.
Substance.
Okay.
And the book seems it's in really nice place. So it would be hard to stop it now. They have finally met each other.
Oh, awesome. Okay, well, let's do another sprint. This is going to be the last sprint. And I X'd out of the thingy bobber. Oopsies. I have to get it back. Let's see. Here we go. Well, that was easy. Okay, we'll see everyone in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that was the last sprint. How did you do?
Good. It's what do I wanted to say? Let me see. Oh yeah. So she's a vampire hunter. She doesn't know. So she is, like a certain creature that um, makes vampires want her. So she lures them. So we kind of have the other way around, where it's not just the vampire that lures the prey; hunters lure them too. And so that is nice. And she's a plus size model.
Okay, awesome. That's awesome. I read, I don't know how much more, like 2.5 more chapters or so of Temptation. And it's going well. Things are better. I was not like super loving it, but I'm starting to like it more again, which is nice because I was kind of sad that I wasn't as into it as I was. I felt like it was going downhill, but things are better now, so I'm happy.
Okay.
It looks like Vita is on chapter 28. Kim is almost done with chapter 45. I don't know how many chapters are in this, but that sounds like you're basically almost done. But I keep on saying that, so I don't know. Did you read Temptation? Have you read the Make Games? Okay.
No, reverse errand for me. It's
It's
too
not
much
for everyone.
logistics. No, it's just too much. I mean, how are you gonna do it? The epi ever after? Are you gonna do cues? Are you gonna, are you gonna handle moods? How are you gonna? It's just too much. I'm too old for that.
Understandable. It's definitely not for everyone. Let's see, 15% into mine. Awesome. Well, I hope you guys had fun. Thank you so much for joining me, Patricia. We will see everybody again soon. When are the next sprints? I don't know when the calendar. I think I messed up and didn't share these on the Discord. I meant to. Let me look real quick for you guys so you know when the next sprints are. Today is Saturday, right? I think Monday. Yeah, Monday Daphne's hosting sprints at 8 p.m. Eastern. So those are the next sprints, and Tiffany has sprints on Tuesday at 5 Pacific time. So that's like 7 or 8 o'clock. Maybe is that 8 o'clock? I think that's 8 o'clock Eastern. So Monday and Tuesday night are the next sprints, and we will see everyone then. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for having me.